Hey guys, Spike here. This is gonna be a starting of a sort of like a let's play survival, but I'm going to start out with creating a whole um world, well, creating a whole map of a starter area. From there everyone will have their own startup of where they go and what they plan to do. Um, well, by everyone I mean whoever I end up inviting to the world and how we play, though I doubt for a while that any of you will all hear them due to the fact that we will straight up be, um, not all of them will end up having a, um, channel or recordings because it's one of those deals that, um, I really don't have anyone to record with or any professional studios. I do intend to make quite a bit of progress on my own, just seeing what I can build. And if I ever come across a landscape that I find favorable for building, sort of like in here, just having a riverside village that I come up with, that I'll definitely do. I mean, there's already a village here, but still. Um, there will also be a lot of the off-screen builds because I mean you can't have everything built on screen. I mean, would you really want to sit here watching everything being on screen? But I do plan to do quite a bit on screen because it is a building world. I'm not like Dan who had the idea to come up with a character, just the villager in a white lab coat at the time. Sadly, the white coats no longer exist, as far as I'm aware of, and I've done quite a bit. Because honestly, Dr. Trior's was awesome. And if you don't know who I'm talking about Dan TD. I'm pretty sure if you've watched me, you're more than likely have seen his stuff before. Though I'm just a newbie creator, probably just going to end up doing a lot of things on my own, eventually find my voice. I looked at doing so many different projects up till now, and recording was definitely one of them that I wanted to do for a long time. And for a while, I had a laptop, and I thought about recording on them, but the quality of videos would have been so low that I held off till I got a decent PC to actually start doing recordings. I mean, yeah, I know it sounds a bit of a rant or an origin story that some would start out with, like halfway through their career. I mean, I wonder exactly how long did it take Dan or some of the others to come up with their catchphrases that we all know and love. I mean, like, seriously, we've had it to where it's like, hey, Dan here, the Diamond Minecart, or, welcome back, Atlanteans, from the Atlantic Travis Groups. I'm not trying to steal any of their catchphrases, because it's just like, what's the point of being your own person if you're stealing the ideas of others? I mean, yeah, there's a lot that has been heard about or done, and there's just some things that I do not want to be um, doing because of how it is. But at the same time, I do look to them for inspiration, and I can many themes before this, but the fact that I found a shipwreck here, and the fact that my starting map is mostly showing water, I feel like a bit of a coastal theme is going to be my main goal, just to see how I get everything going. And hopefully it goes well. Though I can say boats are a bit of a weak point for me. Like, I I mostly build a lot of other structures. I don't actually build a whole lot of boats. So yeah. Just looking at everything here. I mean, it's a pretty low quality ship. Like, on what they had for loot. But mimic a ship like this, make it look pretty good. So yeah, I know what I'm doing. Just gonna outline this. So yeah, I'm gonna actually drain this of water. I am gonna be using the um, sponges just to save time. I probably should get started with the sponges because some of this is gonna take a while. But I will be asking those who end up watching me, A, what could I have done differently, or um, if they have any ideas for builds, because I would gladly take some, not advice really, but inspiration. Because I mean, I've seen a lot of fan builds or fan requests before in other shows, and I wouldn't mind doing that as well. Though there is a limit to what I will do because honestly, we all know how some of us fans can be. Like some of us will um purposely work on making either A, very difficult builds or things that just I feel like would be a little on the inappropriate side, and I am trying to make it friendly for others right now, or everyone, anyone who ends up watching my stuff. Like, I feel like that would be the best way to go about it, but as I said before, I'm still new to this whole reportering. I'll be gradually finding my own voice. Hopefully, I'll actually get a decent name. If anything, and not to take from some of my other favorite content creators, but I almost want to say Voidlings would be a good nickname for my followers if that works. Though to be fair, I am just getting started out. I am not going to push any sort of fan group name on anybody. But it's just like, seriously, the Atlanteans made sense at least. I mean, I don't even actually have a name for the channel. I'm just going as Void Spike or Spike Ball, and it's just like that doesn't give me a whole lot of room. I rather leave it up to whoever's watching to decide what to call themselves. Because I mean, you're all viewers, but I still like honest inputs and a way to interact with the group without feeling like I'm just seeing it as a non-essential part. Because good good communication content is what I'm looking at doing. I'm going to be on my own for a while, so I probably won't have much that I can do on my own. So that's where the viewers are going to be the ones that are helping me out the most. And with that, it would make it a lot easier. What I'm doing here, I mean, yeah, it looks like simple draining the water, but this is so I can actually take a better look at the ship and get ideas of what I want to make. Because, I mean, yeah, this is a decent ship, but it's made with jungle wood, and oh, it's got some dark oak, which I like my dark oak. But, some of the things that we got in the upcoming update happens to actually end up coinciding with something that is not in, um, base Minecraft yet for like even Bedrock, but I've seen the snapshots of we got concrete stairs and slabs, same with wool stairs and slabs, so things can look a lot nicer, and I do plan to do that. Hopefully the terracottas get their own, because honestly some of these would look great on stairs if they actually fit, and there's a lot more to work with, but yeah. And I realize I am ranting, but what do you do when you don't have a script or any way to talk to? I mean, all I have is the viewers. And there's quite a bit. Eventually I do plan to get a group that will be partnered up with me as we make content and so many other stories to work on. Because I do plan to eventually have a whole series that I want to do this. This is something that I've thought about doing for ages. Something that will allow me to work with so many different people, but at the same time, it's on my schedule for most of it. And if I can get good enough, I can hopefully get on some of these events, like the Minecraft series, the Minecraft the Minecons. That's what it was. I hate ADHD. It likes to simulate everything when it's its own. Yeah. Going to Minecon specifically is something that I want to do. And I know you can do it as a fan or anything, but getting it to where if I could get there as a actual content creator, that would be nice as well. Going as a fan still would be nice. Having it to where I'm a content creator, yeah, I show up as a fan, so I won't actually have a booth, mainly because I'm trying to get the whole um, sponsorships and merch made is gonna be a pain. I mean, one of the things I do plan to do is eventually make a my own, well, get my own 3D printer so I can build or design some of my own items that I wouldn't mind selling off every so often. But this is mostly just going to be like one of those hobbies where I'm not serious about anything just yet. Eventually, I wouldn't mind having it as more than a hobby. But yeah. I can't say the only thing I find annoying with the update that came out so long ago for slabs and stairs is the fact that with them they straight up make it to where all slabs and stairs hold water. Like, oh my lord, the amount of annoying that got to be. And it just makes it annoying. Because, I mean, honestly, as I'm going around, I'm working on trying to uncover this thing. And right here, because of a slab, ended up having to do quite a bit of excavating. But yeah, eventually I do plan to have a whole world or something like that built up. Like, let's say I get into doing the modded survivals and all that, and one of them happens to be either RL Craft, which that would definitely be an interesting survival, or I could go and get into the Dragon Fires. I remember watching those as when I was younger, and I still see them from time to time. I love their content. If you don't know who I'm talking about, it was put out by Tiny Turtle and Little Lizard. They were part of the Littles Club, a British group if I remember correctly. I never actually looked at the origins. All I knew is that I got introduced to them partly because of Crazy Crafts being introduced by Atlantic Craft again. And it was a fun little deal that, of course, you had your prank wars that went on, or the helpful little pranks that, yeah, you went and did something to the base, something that the person wanted done themselves, but they didn't get to it just yet. And just to show up at their base one day and be like, oh yeah, we'll definitely add this, or give them this item that they've been wanting. There was a lot. It was a prank war that essentially just happened between the different series, or the different groups. But yeah, hopefully this does well, and I definitely look forward to see if this becomes successful enough, or, well, hopefully the video quality is good enough for people. I do want to hear feedback, see what's everybody's reaction or opinion on it, see where I need to clean it up, and I've already done some test videos that I could not even hear myself, so I did not even dare post them. But this one should have enough of a good quality. Um, I know I don't have the best of speaking voices. Hopefully, I get better with speaking, have things more fleshed out, and I look forward to doing so much more. Um, I chose Minecraft as a starter point. Ah, sorry for jumping topics there. That's the ADHD. Not trying to lean on. Never lean on a mental disability. I mean, yeah, they are not favorable, but don't lean on. But as I was getting on about is if I chose Minecraft to start with because it's a fairly simple world, simple rules for showcasing um, the different builds. If anything, that's probably what I'm going to do is with Minecraft in particular, it's going to be all about the builds, maybe a bit of roleplay. Um, but one of the games that I will probably do more on is a Let's Play Cars. So I do have a high level character on there. I'll probably make a new one on a new world, get everything started up for everyone to see this from the beginning to where I go. Though eventually it will get to a point where with a friend of mine or with several friends of mine, I hope to actually go in and be like, hey, we're playing Hell, or this is the world of Hell, which is basically the hardest difficulty setup of starting out on a survival world. And we plan to do this together as a group. Um, Me and one other will be playing our more experienced classes or characters. That way we can actually have some starting supplies. And I do plan to have a lot of items just waiting to be ready to be used. Though we don't know who we're starting, like whose world we're starting on first, but it will definitely be a fun little thing to do. Definitely difficult as can be, because some of these worlds that, or some of the difficulties that we have that we're going to be dealing with is we got to deal with a constant need to keep repairing our base. One of the things that we all agreed on is the moment we spawn into this new world, we will end up, we're going for a tunnel. It is deadly as hell to be in, but being in a tunnel gives us access to resources early on a bit, but at the same time, we have to deal with a constant um, spawn rate of different monsters um, that are known as cave worms spawning in the tunnels. And if everything goes well, we can do quite a bit with it. No, I can't say. I'll have to wait and see until we actually get to doing it. Before I was on a laptop, so we never got around to doing it. And one of our friends, he just doesn't. He doesn't like to jump into a world that he feels like he's behind in. And I don't blame him for that, because that makes sense. Nothing's worse than feeling like you're the one being dragged along in a survival world. But at the same time, getting a world started up for that will definitely be interesting. Okay, well, seeing what we got here, it's actually a pretty decent sign. Um, Looking at everything, I'm just trying to think of, because I'm going to try and restore this, just for the um, whole idea of, oh, found a shipwreck, going to rebuild the ship and get it up and going as an idea. Because it's just like, yeah, it's not the greatest of ideas, but having it to where these ships are rebuilt and I'm able to use them, or not use them, but make it seem like I'm able to now use them, is definitely a nice little idea of like, oh, ships are being rebuilt. Have a whole roleplay dedicated to first finding a ship out in the middle of the ocean, work on rebuilding it from scratch. Um, and all that. Though I can say part of the difficulty to rebuild is straight up the fact of you gotta figure out what was put where. And at times that is half the fun. Figuring out what the build was. Though at times you can also go in, and in this case I'll probably have to, looking at everything. Just seeing. Okay, so yeah, they do have it to where you can do that. But yeah. I mean, this is already coming out nicely on just a little structure rebuild. So it is going to be a bit. But yeah, I wouldn't mind getting opinions on what else to build and just the whole idea for a vibe. Yes, I go by vibes because plans just do not work. But yeah, this looks like it will be a decent little ship for a starting point. Let's make sure it's actually lit up. So I can't say seeing some of the things that they have, it's just like, okay, what made them decide to use these as their design points? Like, what led them to this specific design? But yeah, I am going to end it here for now. I'll post it up on my channel. I'll post it up and just see what everyone thinks. this is going to be one of the earlier days. Sadly, I will not be able to do this as well on my TikTok channel because of how long the video is. Um, but eventually I will start adding different monuments. Probably bring one that I have from my um my PlayStation World, one of the monuments I built on there over here, and just make it a whole Let's Play or a whole monument setup. A whole village, town, all of it. But hope to see you around. And I'm here for, or we're here for the long haul. Signing out.